Now we are taking the fourth one. Fourth one is the time scaling property. So time scaling property, what it says, in time scaling, if x of t is having a transform as x of s, Laplace transform x of s with ROC.
सर स्क्रीन तो दिखे नहीं रही।
Okay, okay, just a minute, just a minute. Is this now visible? Is this now visible?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So,
नहीं सर।
प्रेजेंटेशन नहीं आ रहा है?
no, sir. No, sir.
नो सर।
Just a second. Is this now?
हाँ सर।
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So time scaling, what it says, xt is having a transform as x of s with ROC as R. Then what should be the transform of the x of at? So x of at will have, suppose a transform as x1s, right? And its ROC is R1. Now our task is to represent x1s in terms of x of s and R1 in terms of R. That is our task, right? Now for this, let x1s is equal to x1s is equal to integral minus infinite to infinite x of at into e to the power minus st e to the power minus st dt, right? So now we have to represent x of at. In place of this x of at, I require x of t, because my x of s is integral minus infinite to infinite x of t e to the power minus st dt, right? Now for this, I have to make a change of variable, and that change of variable is, in place of at, I will write tau variable. I will write tau variable in place of at. So by doing this, the limits will unchanged, because a is a positive number, right? A is a positive number, so t will remain same if a is positive, right? There will be two cases, if a is negative and a is positive. If a is positive, then it will be minus infinite to infinite x of t, x of tau e to the power minus s over a into tau d tau over a, right? So just a second, this is here tau, right? So x of tau e to the power minus s upon a tau d tau upon a. Now can anybody say what will be this with respect to x of s? This 1 by a will come outside, right? And it will be nothing but x of s by a. If you recall, x of s is integral minus infinite to infinite x of t e to the power minus st dt, So in place of s, if I put s by a on both sides of that equation, it will be x of s by a. So my result of a greater than 0 will be 1 over a x of s by a. Now suppose if a is negative, suppose a is less than 0, what are the corrections will be there? First of all, it will be here in place of minus infinite to infinite, it will become plus infinite to minus infinite, right? That the limit will interchange over here, right? To restore that, what I will do? I will make that as minus here, and result will be same. Result will be 1 by a x of s by a. Only thing is that here it will be minus a if a is less than 0. In both case, if I combine these two cases into a single case, that is whether the a is greater than 0, a less than 0. If I want to write the answer in one line, then what I have to do? Here if you see, this value is coming positive for a less than 0, and it is also positive when we are going for a greater than 0. Is that so? Is that so? Anybody? Are you getting my point? Is that so? Say yes or no. Am I audible? Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
So why not you are responding, guys? Here I'm saying that if a is negative, this here 1 over minus a will become positive, and if a is greater than 0, then also 1 over a will be also positive. So in both cases, if I want to combine into one, what I will do? I will make this as 1 over mod a into x of s by a. And now whether it is a is greater than 0 or less than 0, I don't worry about that thing, right? So answer will be 1 over mod of a x of s by a. And here this inside of this a is not mod, it is whether it is positive or negative, that automatically will fit over here, right? So I'm just taking an example of this property. Just a second. So the answer first we write of this property. Answer of this property is that x of at transform is equal to 1 over mod of a x of s by a. Now as far as ROC is concerned, what I have to do in ROC, wherever s is coming, in place of that s, I just put s by a, right? So write s by a just write s by a in place of s, right? So you have to write s by a in place of s. So that is the ROC of this. So now, is this clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
one example of this property. Suppose we have to find u of t transform, right? We know already e to the power AT transform. What is the transform? Can anybody say? What is the transform of e to the power AT ut?
1 upon s plus a.
Please reply. No one. Amazing.
Sir, 1 upon s up plus a.
Yeah, why so late, yeah? Okay. What's your good name? बच्चा अभी जिसने बोला था
Ritik.
Ritik. Okay, Ritik, good. 1 over s plus a, and ROC is real part of s
Real s
greater
than
than no minus a minus real part of a, right? Is this clear? Why real part of a? Because a can be also complex conjugate, na? Complex number can be. So that's why real part of s is greater than minus. Minus why? Because here it is s plus a. Just see, s equal to minus a. Here is a pole, right? So minus a पर पोल है, तो माइनस ए पर पोल है, तो आरओसी क्या होनी चाहिए? ये माइनस ए है, राइट? इससे राइट साइड में इस तरफ, राइट? सो ये क्या है? रियल पार्ट ऑफ एस ग्रेटर देन माइनस real part of a, right? Is this clear? Now what about ut? ut का निकालने के लिए क्या करेंगे? What we have to do? We just put a equal to 0, right? If I put a equal to 0, this will become 1, right? So I will get ut transform as 1 over s and real part of s greater than 0, right? माइनस 0 का कोई मतलब नहीं है लिखने का, तो ये आ गया, राइट? क्लियर है? कोई डाउट इस स्लाइड में?
नो सर।
ओके, जस्ट अ सेकेंड। अब आप देखिए, इसका एक और यूज दिखाता हूं आपको। अगर मान लीजिए मेरे पास एक सिग्नल है e टू दी पावर 2t ut, राइट? इसका क्या ट्रांसफॉर्म होगा? रेखा, रेखा है, रेखा उपाध्याय है, बोलिए। रेखा नहीं है? रेखा, राज बोलिए बेटा आप, इसका क्या ट्रांसफॉर्म होगा? राज
1 upon s plus 2.
1 ओवर एस। बेटा पूरा बोला करो, आरओसी भी बोलना है।
ROC real part of s minus real part of 2.
बेटा रियल पार्ट ऑफ 2 का मतलब क्या है? 2 तो अपने आप में ही एक नंबर है ना। हाँ, तो रियल पार्ट ऑफ एस ग्रेटर देन -2, ये हो गई इसकी आरओसी, राइट? अब अगर मान लीजिए मेरे को बोले e टू द पावर 60 u ऑफ 3t, अब मैं अलग से थोड़ी ना निकालूंगा, इसका स्केलिंग से यूज करूंगा। क्या करूंगा? पहले वाले सिग्नल में देखो, ये क्या है? xt है अगर, तो क्या इस सिग्नल को मैं x ऑफ 3t लिख सकता हूं? t की जगह 3t रखो, इस वाले में क्या आ जाएगा? e टू द पावर 60 u ऑफ 3t आएगा। से यस और नो?
यस सर।
ओके, सो प्रॉपर्टी क्या कहती है हमें? हमें प्रॉपर्टी कहती है 1 ओवर मॉड ऑफ ए। मॉड ऑफ ए यानी 3, 1 ओवर 3, राइट? और s की जगह क्या रखना है? आरओसी, और यहां पर एक्सप्रेशन में s की जगह क्या रखना है बच्चे? s बाय 3, राइट? सो 1 ओवर s बाय 3 प्लस 2 एंड रियल पार्ट ऑफ s की जगह s बाय 3, रियल पार्ट ऑफ s बाय 3, थोड़ा स्पेस कम है मेरे पास, रियल पार्ट ऑफ s ग्रेटर देन -2। तो यहां से इसको सॉल्व करेंगे आरओसी को, तो क्या आ जाएगा? रियल पार्ट ऑफ s ग्रेटर देन -6 आएगा बच्चे। क्लियर है? कोई डाउट? इस वाली स्लाइड में कोई डाउट?
नो सर।
अब इसका आंसर थोड़ा सॉल्व कर लेंगे। आंसर सॉल्व करोगे तो क्या आ जाएगा, 1/s+6 रियल पार्ट ऑफ s ग्रेटर देन -6, दैट विल बी द आंसर। इज दिस राइट? इज दिस राइट? कोई डाउट
Yes,
इसमें तो अभी भी पूछ लो, नहीं तो
No, sir.
मैं मिटा देगा। ओके, चलिए कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है किसी को। चलिए अब इसी का जो जेट ट्रांसफॉर्म है, ये तो हो गया आपका लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म स्केलिंग में। जेट ट्रांसफॉर्म में कैसा होगा थोड़ा सा देखते हैं, ठीक है। जेट ट्रांसफॉर्म में जस्ट ए मिनट, जेट ट्रांसफॉर्म में आपके पास है x of n equal having a transform as x of z with ROCS R, राइट। हमें क्या चाहिए, हमें चाहिए x of मान लीजिए kn। अब ये यहाँ पर जो kn है ये n/k भी हो सकता है और k into n भी हो सकता है। तो पहले k/n ले लेते हैं, फिर ये लेंगे। n/k, ठीक है। इसका ट्रांसफॉर्म निकालते हैं। इसका सिंबल ये होता है x of k, यहाँ पे सबस्क्रिप्ट होता है, और n जो हम जैसे लिखते आते हैं वैसे ही लिखना है, राइट। x of n and k सबस्क्रिप्ट, ये होता है दिस इज इक्वल टू दिस। और इसकी डेफिनेशन क्या है, किसी को पता है, याद है? किसी को याद है? नहीं याद है, चलो कोई बात नहीं। x of n/k if n is perfectly divisible by k, right, and it is equal to 0 if not, that is otherwise। ये होती है इसकी डेफिनेशन, राइट। तो अब हमें ये देखना है कि ये जो होगा इस केस में हमें आउटपुट जो है वो कैसे मिलेगा, मतलब जेट ट्रांसफॉर्म जो है वो कैसे मिलेगा, राइट। तो लेट दिस ट्रांसफॉर्म इज अगेन x1z। क्लियर है? अरे भाई यस और नो बोल दिया करो, क्लियर बोल रहा हूं मैं तो।
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हाँ
हाँ,
सर।
एक आध जना बोल दिया करो यार, थोड़ा सा मोटिवेशन मिल जाता है बच्चे को, ठीक है। चलिए अब हमें निकालना है x1z। x1z फॉर x of n/k निकालना है, राइट। x of x1z will be equal to, by definition, summation n equal to minus infinite to plus infinite x of n/k into z to the power, just a second, into z to the power minus n, right। so this is the by definition, right। अब हमें क्या करना है, हमेशा आर्ग्यूमेंट सेम करना है। आर्ग्यूमेंट सेम मतलब आर्ग्यूमेंट यहाँ पर हमारा क्या है, n/k, और हमारा जो x of z है उसका आर्ग्यूमेंट क्या आता है, x of n। तो इन दोनों का आर्ग्यूमेंट हमेशा सेम करना होता है, जो x स्मॉल x लिखते हैं अपन। तो हम क्या करेंगे, हम n/k की जगह n रखेंगे। ये हमारा ओल्ड n हो जाएगा, n जो अभी ये वाला लिखा हुआ है, दिस इज माय ओल्ड n एंड दिस इज माय न्यू n, राइट। सो अब इस केस में जो चेंजेस आएंगे वो क्या आएंगे, हम मान के चल रहे हैं कि k एक पॉजिटिव नंबर है, राइट। k अगर पॉजिटिव नंबर है तो उस केस में यहां पर आ जाएगा समेशन n इक्वल टू, ये लिमिट्स अनचेंज रहेंगी, माइनस इनफाइनाइट टू प्लस इनफाइनाइट। यहां पर x of n/k ही आएगा, सॉरी, it will be not x of n/k, it will be only x of k, x of n rather, it will be x of n, right? Now it will be z to the power, यहाँ पे ये जो n लिखा है, ये वाला n, इस n की जगह हमें क्या रखना पड़ेगा, k into n. तो इट विल बी k में अंदर लिख रहा हूं और इसकी पावर में माइनस n रख रहा हूं. ठीक है. सो ये आ जाएगा when we put substitute n by k in place of n by k, we write n. So we get x of n z to the power k and raised to power minus n. And if you visualize it clearly, it is nothing but x of z to the power k, right? It is nothing but x of z to the power k. So it is nothing but x of z to the power k. So अब हमें क्या करना है, यहां से क्लियर हो गया होगा कि हमें क्या करना है, आरओसी में भी z की जगह z टू दी पावर k रखना है और एक्सप्रेशन में भी z की जगह z टू दी पावर k रखना है. अब इसका यूज देखते हैं. ये थोड़ा मेरे लिए इसको रफ करना थोड़ा सा टास्क. ये इसमें न्यू स्लाइड भी नहीं आता. चलिए कोई बात नहीं, जो अवेलेबल है उससे वैसे ही चलाना पड़ेगा. नाउ इसका एक एग्जांपल देख रहे हैं अपन. 2 to the power n un, इसका अगर मैं ट्रांसफॉर्म बोलूं, राइट? एनीबडी कैन से द ट्रांसफॉर्म ऑफ 2 to the power n un, jet transform of this
1 upon 2j, 1 upon 1 minus 2j inverse.
Very good. 1 over 1 minus 2z inverse with ROCS mod of
Mod
z
of z greater than 2.
greater than. किसने बोला अभी?
Sir, Ritik.
Okay, Ritik, good. So ये आ गया mod of z greater than 2 and 1 over 1 minus 2z inverse. ठीक है. अब मैं इस 2 की जगह, इस n की जगह, oh no, just इस n की जगह मैं जो है क्या रखने वाला हूं, n by 2 रखने वाला हूं, राइट? तो ये क्या हो जाएगा, 2 to the power n by 2. और ये जो u n by 2 है ना, ये एक्चुअली में u n ही होता है. अगर आप ध्यान से देखो, u n by 2 अगर हम देखेंगे तो वो u n ही होगा, क्योंकि u n क्या होता है, n ग्रेटर देन 0 पर 1 होता है और n लेस देन 0 पर 0 होता है. तो अगर मैं n की जगह n by 2 भी रख दूंगा तो n by 2 ग्रेटर देन 0 पर 1 है और n by 2 लेस देन 0 पर 0 है, राइट? तो भी हमारा u n by 2 वो सेम ही आएगा, u n के बराबर, राइट? तो वी कैन कैप u n एज इट इज हियर, राइट? आल्दो जब हम एक्सप्रेशन में रखेंगे x ऑफ n by k में देखेंगे तो ये u n by 2 है एक्चुअली में, राइट? So u 2 raised to power n by 2 u n by 2, इसका अगर हम ट्रांसफॉर्म अगर देखें डायरेक्टली तो हम इससे डायरेक्टली निकाल सकते हैं. अब 1 over 1 minus 2, z की जगह हमें क्या रखना है, z to the power 2 रखना है. तो z to the power minus 2 हो जाएगा ये, राइट? और यहाँ पे भी z की पावर 2 रखना है. तो z की पावर 2 mod is greater than 2. अब z स्क्वायर इज ग्रेटर देन 2 है तो z भी, z क्या होना चाहिए, अंडर रूट 2 होना. मॉड ऑफ z ग्रेटर देन अंडर रूट 2. z स्क्वायर अगर ग्रेटर देन 2 है तो z मॉड ऑफ z क्या आ जाएगा, अंडर रूट. यानी सिंपली अगर आप देखो तो अगर मेरे पास ROC अगर r थी तो अब ROC क्या हो गई, ROC हो गई 1 over k, r raised to power 1 over k, तो 1/2, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है, k इक्वल टू 2 रखा है हमने, तो k इक्वल टू 2 रखते ही यहाँ पे 2 की पावर क्या आ गया, 1/2। इसी तरह अगर मैं मान लो यहाँ 3 रख देता, राइट, तो यहाँ पे क्या हो जाता चेंजेस, यहाँ पे सबसे पहले z टू द पावर -3 हो जाता, राइट, और यहाँ पे z की पावर 3 ग्रेटर देन 2, यानी क्यूब रूट ऑफ 3, क्यूब रूट ऑफ 3, क्यूब रूट ऑफ 2, सॉरी, cube root of 2, right? So that is the thing we can do with this problem. Is this clear or any doubt? Say yes or no. Any doubt on this slide, or could I erase
No, sir.
it? Okay. So that is the time scaling property we have done. Now the next property is the frequency scaling. As the time shifting opposite is frequency shifting, that we have done. Similarly to the time scaling, there is a frequency scaling also, right? Frequency scaling means what? Frequency scaling means, suppose we have a signal x of t and its transform is x of s with ROC as R, right? This is the frequency shifting property, right? Frequency shifting. In frequency shifting property, x of 1 over a, x of t over a. If you recall, this was the previous form in the x of s. Now it is in the form of time domain, right? So now it will be 1 over a x of t by a, and it have a transform as x of a into s, as we have x of at in the previous case. Here the transform is x of as, and it is very simple that in place of s you have to write as in the ROC also, right? So I am not writing here. It will be in ROC, you have to write in place of s, you have to write as in ROC, right? So that is the thing. Is this clear? This property is clear? I'm not driving it now. You can do it by yourself. I have done 4 to 5 derivations. So now you can do this derivation, right? The concept should be very clear, and where to use and how to use that should be very clear, right? Is this now clear, or any doubt in this property? No one? Okay, so we are not now going to the next property. Next property is the most important property of this transform, and that is the duality property. And if you understand this property, the half portion of the properties you can do it by single, by within seconds you can answer it, right? Now see, x of t, this is the first, we write the name of the property. Name is duality. Duality property. So in this duality property, what the duality property says, that if x of t has transformed as x of s, with ROC as R, then X of just a second. If I take this shape of the time frequency domain in the time domain, that is capital X and T. What this means? This means this shape is taken over here. If suppose this is a rectangle shape, this rectangle shape is taken in the time domain, right? Then the duality property says that it will be equal to x of small x of, that is that shape will come over here with minus s, right? And everything will remain same. ROC just will be different, just will be in place of s you have to put minus s, right? So that is the duality property, and the time shifting and frequency shifting, time scaling and frequency scaling are the examples of these, right? So if you know one property, you can derive other property very easily by this way, right? Now see the use of this property. Just as the use of this property is, suppose we want to find out the transform of a signal which is having a shape as this. This value is 1 and it is minus. This is a time domain signal and we want to find the transform of this, right? How do we find x of s? Just by the formula. Formula is x of s equal to integral minus infinite to infinite. In place of that, it will be minus 2 to 2 because it is non-zero between these two values only, and value is 1, and then integral minus st dt, right? So this value will become equal to what? This value will become e to the power minus st divided by minus s, and in place of t you have to write 2 and minus 2. So I am directly writing it is e raised to power minus 2s minus e to the power plus 2s divided by minus s, right? So this will be the answer, e to the power minus 2s minus e to the power plus 2s upon minus s, right? So this is the signal, this is the transform we have for this particular signal, right? Now suppose I take this over here in the time domain, that is, if I write in place of s t, so it will be e to the power minus 2t minus e to the power plus 2t divided by minus t. The transform of this will be nothing but same minus 2 to 2, and this is the s variable here, that is, this is sigma variable here, right? So x of s is a rectangle form and it is between minus 2 to 2, and because this is a even signal, right? It is an even signal, so x of minus s will become x of s itself. So we don't require to put minus s here because it is an even signal example. So this is, you can see what is the beauty of this property. if you find out this transform through this formula, right, it will be difficult for you to find out the transform, right? So half of the problem you can do with the help of the duality property, right? That is about the use of the duality property. So is this clear? Duality property is clear to all? Any doubt on this duality property?
No, sir.
This again we will take in the Fourier transform. Its better use is in the Fourier transform. It's a limited use in the Laplace, but its better use is in the Fourier transform, right? So the next property is the differentiation and integration property. And you can see differentiation is opposite of the integration. So again there is a duality coming, right? So just a second, the differentiation property, what it says, I don't remember the number sequence of this property, but let us see what is the differentiation. Differentiation property. So differentiation property, what it says that if I have x of t transform as x of s, right? What is the transform of d by dt of x of t? Right? What is the transform of d by t x of t? Its transform will be given by s x of s minus x of 0 minus. Again, I am leaving the proof for you to show that it is equal to this, right? So d by dt x of t transform is s into x of s minus x of 0 minus, right? This 0 minus will appear only when we go for unilateral Laplace transform. This will come that what is the unilateral Laplace transform. But for the bilateral transform, that is bilateral means when we take the limit from minus infinite to infinite. Actually, in your mathematics, M3 or whatever, whenever you have learned the Laplace transform, you learn the unilateral Laplace transform. And in unilateral Laplace transform, the formula of x of s is from 0 to infinite, not from integral from minus infinite to infinite. That is, in one side they will take x of t always greater than 0, not take less than 0. They always take greater than 0. So that's why it is integral is from 0 to infinite, right? And in that case, it is unilateral Laplace transform. And in that case, this property differentiation involves this term x of 0 minus. If we are considering only unilateral bilateral Laplace transform, that is from integral from minus infinite to infinite, this term will not come. This term will not come, only s into x of s. So in place of d by dt, what you have to do? You have to use s, right? In place of d by dt, you have to use s. Now I'm showing you the use of this property. Before that, just the use of this property is to solve the differentiation equations. So just a second. Suppose we have a differentiation equation as y double dot t y double dot t means d square y t over dt square plus 3y dot t plus 2yt equal to, this is here dot, right, equal to 4xt. This is a differentiation equation. Now to solve this differentiation equation, what I will do, I will take the differentiation, in place of this differentiation, I will write the Laplace transform of this equation. So this 2 dot means I have to write here s square ys plus 3 times s into ys plus 2 times ys, and that is equal to 4 times xs, right? From this I can find out the y of s over x of s, and that will comes as 1 over s square plus 1 over s square plus 3s plus 2, right? 1 over s square plus 3s plus 2. So that will be the x. This is nothing but this is the h of s we are getting, and h of s is what? H of s is the transfer function or the system function. So we are getting 1 over s square plus 3s plus 2, right? Now to find out the solution of this equation, what we have to do? H of s we know. If we know the x of t input, if we know x of t input, suppose x of t is e to the power minus t ut. Suppose this is the x of t, right? Then what is the x of s corresponding to this? X of s corresponding to this will be nothing but 1 over s plus 1, right? And that we can use over here in this equation, y of s over x of s, to find out the value of the y of s, right? We just take x of s this side and we substitute x of s value over here and find out the y of s. Y of s, when it will come, then we take the inverse Laplace of y of s to get the y of t. So this is the alternative way to find out the output if the input is given and if the impulse response is given, right? H of s is what? H of s is the Laplace transform of impulse response. So if impulse response is given, x of t is given, you can find out the output by this way. Is this clear to all? Is this clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or any doubt anyone have? I can, because this is very important point. One way to find out the output is the convolution, right? Other way to find out the output is this method, that h of s, if you know from h of t, and if you know the input x of t, what you will do, you find out the x of s first, right? And multiply x of s with h of s, right? X of s into h of s will be nothing but y of s. So y of s will be equal to that particular form in the form of s, and then take the inverse Laplace to find out the y of t. Now this method is looking like a zigzag method, because actually first we have x of t and h of t, then we find out the x of s and h of s, and then we multiply x of and h of s to find out the y of s, and then again take the y of t from y of s, right? But in today's computer world, it is hardly taking nanoseconds to find out the output using this method, because there are computational algorithms are there. There are a lot of algos are available which will directly give you answer in within nanosecond. It will give the answer, right? In convolution, it will take certain time, and it has been proved by the experimental setup that convolution will take larger time than this method of Laplace transform, and that is the beauty of this method, right? So that is about the differentiation property, and this is about the differentiation. And now the other property, last property, is the integration property. Meantime, Raj, you just take the attendance. Raj?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just 2 minutes more of this last property. Okay, just a second. Okay, now it is clear. So last property is the integration. Last property of today is not the Laplace. It is not still finished. Integration property. इन सबका प्रूफ आपको देखना है, प्रूफ आता है एग्जाम में, राइट? So integration property, what it says that if you have a transform, if you have a transform of x of t as x of s with ROC as R, then what is the transform of integral minus infinite to infinite x of t, or rather we can use here x of t here and x of tau here. Now this is a very important property. We will discuss the derivation of this also in the next class. But right now I am writing the results of this property. The result of this property is as follows. The answer of this will be x of s over s. And you can see the differentiation and integration are reverse of each other. So same thing is coming in the Laplace domain also. In differentiation, it was s into x of s. In integration, it is x of s divided by s, right? In ROC, what will happen in the ROC? We are not discussing the ROC in the differentiation also. Because of this s equal to 0, there is a pole over here, and pole is not included in the ROC. So definitely there may be an deletion of origin, or may be an inclusion of origin. Inclusion of origin, why? Because maybe s equal to 0 was omitted in x of s. So if we have 1 over s, then s can be cancelled out. That is there is a pole 0 cancellation will take place. In that case, there will be an addition of 0. Otherwise, there will be a deletion of 0 or omission of 0 or origin from the ROC of the x of t ROC, right? Similarly, in the differentiation also, it is s into x of s. So it is putting a pole at infinite. S into x of s is putting a pole into infinite, because if I put s equal to infinite here, it will be infinite, which is not allowed in ROC, right? So s equal to infinity we are to leave. So either the infinity will be removed, or infinity can be added, right? Added, how it will be added? Suppose x of s is having a expression as x of s over s, right? In that case, this s and s will be cancelled out, right? So it will be an inclusion of origin. So in both cases, there may be an inclusion of origin or the omission of origin. Similarly, inclusion of infinitive or the omission of infinitive. Is this clear? ROC is clear for this
Yes, sir.
case? Okay. So we are now 9:59 is there. So have you taken Raj attendance?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we leave over here. Thank you very much. If you have any doubt, we can discuss. And meantime, whoever is sending the assignment on time, they will get full marks. And whoever is not giving the assignment or not submitting the assignment, they will get 0 marks in the assignment. Right? So remember the dates. Dates are 17 was the first date, and then the after 3 days, that is 20th, will be the chapter number 2, right? And then after that chapter, the Laplace transform chapter is 9, I think, of that Hamid Nawab book. After that is on 23, the Laplace transform, and on 26, jet transform you have to give. Right, first 20 question whose answers are available in the book itself. Right, in the back side you can see the answer also. Solution is not there, but the answer is there. Right, so thank you very much. Keep yourself healthy and calm also. Right, okay, I'm leaving here.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.